in times of turmoil, nightlife is always going to thrive. The world's on fire, people are still going to be in the club. People still going to drink liquor, people still going to go to their vices, their escapism. And we're the conductors of that way for people to release.
DJs in their essence are multidisciplinary. They're curators of music, they're curators of people, they're community organizers, they're business people. Through our curation and through our execution of BRIC House Parties, we can make it so the only way to participate in a house party is organically, is naturally, is through joy, is through love. We shouldn't disconnect an artist from the hard work that it takes to be an artist. Are we doing a good job of capturing that? Are we doing a good job of talking about DJs in a way where recognizing them as artists?
If I look at like my peers, and we create reference points, we create spaces for people to come and commune, but safe spaces for people to come and release. I feel like it's therapeutic. I want people to feel, one. Like, I feel like a lot of times people are playing music and they're not thinking about serving the people. To serve people is to serve God. I'm More Please. I'm a photographer and DJ. BRIC was so kind to give me the opportunity to control my narrative and really present myself as an artist by doing Sleep Light Dream Heavy, my first activation that is both audio and visual photography show with a house party. It's about having a rapport with the streets, with nightlife, with the communities that you build up. I throw two parties, more R&B please and more vibes please. It's an R&B party and then my Afro-Caribbean party. I try to keep it separate so people know what what the product is, what they're going to hear, but also like they understand what kind of people they're going to run into, like-minded people. People don't like when you break out of the box that they put you in. I don't need to be boxed in. I feel like there's a lot of content being made, but I feel like there's not a lot of storytelling or narrative control within that. And I know for me, I'm not gonna let anyone tell my story. I'm gonna tell it myself. DJing is an art form in itself, for sure, so we're definitely artists, but we are not creating music. And I think there is a tier of DJs that are making music, so like them specifically now tether the threshold between DJ and artist. So it's a very hybrid world we're living in terms of the capabilities of what a DJ could do.
My name is Annabelle. I am a DJ based in Brooklyn, and yeah, I recently had the opportunity to run a BRIC House Party. We called it Good Shit Everywhere. I'm the founder of a really awesome music platform called That Good Shit, so we took that world and brought it to BRIC, and it was so special. It's interesting seeing how you can be an artist while playing other people's art, but I think it is all in the way you choose to select. I think I've always been a DJ, even since before I was a DJ. I was always in the party on aux, and I was always making playlists for every situation in my life, and I think there's so much artistry in being able to conduct the energy in a room and know I'm gonna play this song and it's exactly how these people are gonna feel, and I'm gonna play this song and it's gonna bridge that gap perfectly. So it makes me feel like a conductor.
There isn't that much space for us female DJs to dominate in, especially because if you look at Korean parties, sometimes there's also an all DJ male lineup, or there's one female, and she's usually probably the opener. You get what I'm saying? Where they don't kind of give female the space to hone that of just being powerful and in the musical side of things. They'll probably make you do bottles, bartender stuff, creating the space and being creative with just decorations and stuff like that. But to be a act, they just don't give female DJs a space.
We're taking it back today. We're bringing out back to freestyle Saturdays. Hold on. They can say whatever, I'ma do whatever, no business forever, yeah.
I focus on my mic skills. People look at women in male-dominated spaces as shy. Honing the mic was how I broke through, not to say faster, but broke through harder than my competitors. I think that speaking on the mic also gives the eyes of, oh, she has confidence, oh, she knows what she's doing, oh, she belongs there.
I always say DJing is not about what you play, it's how you play it and telling a story. How Tingz came about was because from 2016 to 2019 is when I started to DJ professionally. The first mix I ever put out was a mix called Cuffin' Season, and the mix hit. Everybody was sharing it. So I did a party off of the mix, and I said I was gonna start doing my own parties. And then I was like, you know what? I wanna do this same concept I did, but do it in my culture.
I want to see us own the narrative. If we could own the story, if we could tell the story correctly, if we can get on the record and capture our stories in real time, I think that's the first thing. Back in the days, if I invited you to a party and you came, I would have to go find you again to say, hey, or if I was lucky to get your house number, hey, we're doing another one on Thursday, right? And I just think it's different now, right? I think you have different tools today to help you create those experiences. I think technology allows the curators to be efficient.
That I like to be creative with things, so I think what made it catch on was that I was really intentional about how I marketed my events. I feel like if I'm putting my all into something, I want people to see it. I want them to be engaged with it from the moment they see it online. Moved from just being a party now, we're now a full-on brand. We're doing a lot of community activations this year outside of just parties, book clubs, fitness events, stuff like that. Trying to more gather the Caribbean community together, or just the diaspora and all, and get them to really more unify and be collective and try to better each other.
For a long time, the DJ was the chef. Without a good DJ, even with sound systems, it was the DJ, right? He was the superstar. And then he had a group of artists that was attached to the sound system. Our version of formal would have been the block party. That was your stage, your graduation stage. If you were good in the basement and you got a shot to play the block party where the whole neighborhood was coming out, oh my God.
Being outside, a lot of the parties were just hookah and lounge based. And I kind of wanted to give people experience based off of what I was taking from being someone that was connected to different parts of the city. So for example, just going to a dope barbecue or just going to different venues in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg and whatnot. I just felt like there's a certain level of quality that our events and our culture weren't being given, right? So sometimes we're kind of shackled by the fact that we're black, so you kind of have to jump through loops and hoops to get a fair deal with a venue or to get a good venue. Our experiences should be treated and, curated with a certain level of care. And sometimes we just weren't given that. I wanted just to see and experience events of our culture just being placed on a pedestal.
A DJ, I believe, in its essence, is a working class person. The work is very hard, the work is highly intensive, and the work is highly skilled. So the same way you would see someone who's working in the kitchen, cooking, that's art, that's highly skilled, there's a lot of intention there. That work is similar to me in that it is very hard, they're a working class person that deserves their respect. All that, a DJ on top of that is highly creative in a way they can foresee what can bring people joy, what can bring people happiness in a space that may be everything from a backyard to a bedroom to a giant hall to a stadium. A DJ can do anything and everything with their control of the music, within their imagination, and I think that in and of itself is artistry.
Beyond anything, I think we need to just continue to focus, especially in these crazy times, just creating safe spaces. And I mean safe, completely safe, no fighting, no weapons, no predatory things or whatnot. I feel like, honestly, that's the most important thing right now, because that's all we have, that's all we can control.